I am starting a challenge with myself to see if I can not eat fast food during the week. And it's killing me, Smalls. Like, it's killing me. I've been watching a lot of, like, budget people, and you guys know, like, in a lot of my videos, I'm always talking about being on a budget on things you can be on a budget for so you can spend more money on candles, right? I do not deny, I spends the money on candles. Don't make any bones about it. They make me happy. If I think about how happy they make me, it's actually like a discount because it's saving me from paying for therapy for depression, right? So $100 a month, you know, or whatever for candles is, you know, good, cheap therapy. Anyway, but I've been actually following Dave Ramsey's program for a couple of years, but I've never really done any videos about it. I don't have any debt. I have no student loan debt. I worked 1 to 3 jobs all the way through college. I was a waitress at a steakhouse all the way through college. Then I worked at a pizza place as a cook for like 2.5 years of college, and then on Friday nights I was the snack bar girl at my uncle's skating rink, and I even wore like a little referee jersey, and that was just cash. So I worked my butt off through college, and so did my parents, and so we totally made it a team effort. And then I got like a really good scholarship for my master's degree, so it was free. And then this last time I went to college, when I got my counseling degree, I paid for it completely by myself. And so I budget because I want to pay my tuition and cash flow it. I don't want to take a student loan. I refuse. So I've sacrificed a lot. I mean, I've always driven used cars that are paid for. And so I actually have no debt other than my house. My car's a little getting old, so I feel like I need to start saving for that. So if you're familiar with Dave Ramsey's baby steps, step 1 is to get a $1,000 emergency fund. I have that. Step 2 is to pay off all your debt. Well, I don't really have any. My credit card does have like a recurring charge on it that's like $60 a month, but that's it. Like, that's really all I put on my credit card. So I just pay that off every month. I could cancel my credit card, but I don't know. I don't think credit cards are evil. It just makes me feel safe to have it if there was an emergency, at least until I get my fully funded emergency fund in place. So anyway, step 2 is to pay off all your debts, which I have that done. I don't have debt. But step 3 is to go back to your emergency fund and fully fund it. If you are a single person, one income household, which unexpectedly I am now, after 5 years that happened. And so those are the cards I was dealt, and I'm okay with it, but it's hard. I make less than $3,000 a month as a public school teacher, and that sounds like a lot of money for a lot of people, but I pay my mortgage entirely by myself. I pay all of my bills entirely by myself. All my groceries, all my gas. I pay for the dog and all her vet bills or shots or all of her training classes, which are over now that she's certified. But every single thing, like if you guys see me shopping in halls, I paid for that, not on credit, with money. And so I'm able to live pretty comfortably. I'm not complaining. But it's really hard for me to just put tons of money in the bank. So I've started some things this month, some experimental things, and I will have to give you an update video. I started small. I'm just doing like the last 3 weeks of November because I was like, I don't want to start something new in December because I have a couple weeks off work and that's going to throw off my schedule. And so my goal is these last couple weeks of November is to try like 2 or 3 things that are outside of my comfort zone to see if I am able to save a little more money. So I want to get my emergency fund fully funded because I want to start saving for retirement as early as possible. I'm going to be, oh my God, 30 in like 6 months. You didn't know I was that old, did you? Not saying that's old because that's the age I am. But it's like, oh my God, like, it's going to be a hard birthday for me. Like, I'm usually thrilled on birthdays. They don't bug me. I don't get depressed. I'm like thankful and grateful. I've been allowed to live for another year. But it's just something about that 30 mark and not being where I thought I would be by 30 is terrifying. I swore I'd be married. I swore I'd have kids. I swore this and that and this and that. You know how we have our plans and God just laughs like, ha, that's cute. Like, you're funny. And my plans haven't happened the way I planned on them. So he has a plan that's different than mine. I have no choice but to accept it. So it's just gonna be hard. And I want to be able to start putting back something for retirement in the year of my 30th year. So probably not at the start of the year, but before I turn 31, I want to have a plan in place. I haven't really started saving. I have teacher retirement, which is like a pension, and I've always paid that. Like, that's not really an option. They kind of force you to pay it. But I'm grateful for it, you know, because I'll have a little extra pension when I retire. But other than that, I don't have a 401k, Roth IRA. I don't have anything like that yet. And I want to get something in place or multiple things in place before I am 31. So I have to, before I can start saving for retirement, according to the Dave Ramsey way of life, I have to have my emergency fund fully funded, which is like 3 to 6 months of living expenses. And like I said, if you're a single person, one income household, which surprisingly I am, unexpectedly, I need 6 months of living expenses. That's a lot of money. So I'm trying some odd things, odd methods these last couple weeks of November, and I will let you know how it works out. But just to let you know, one of the things I am doing is I'm trying to sell things on Craigslist. I know I'm gonna get murdered, like Craigslist killer, please God, please no. But I'm doing that safely and meeting in public places and with people around and blah, blah, blah. Trying to sell some things. I'm also trying to, like I said, I'm trying to not eat out. It's really hard when it's just one person. It feels stupid to cook a meal for myself and do all the dishes and put the dishes up. And it's a lot of work for just me to eat. And a lot of times groceries are more expensive than just running through drive-thru for $5. So the convenience and the cheapness, just like a lot of times I get off work, I'm exhausted, and I'm like, I'm going to wherever. And I'm challenging myself these last 3 weeks of November to not do that and to see if it actually changes the amount of money I'm able to save. So far it hasn't. So I guess I've spent the money in other places, but it's a learning curve. So we'll see. Yeah, and I have a system for that. I have like my calendar, and I put like a little smiley face on my calendar if I do good that day. Very elementary, but it works for the kids. If it works for the kids, it works for me. So that's thing number 2. And number 3, I don't think I have a thing number 3. Oh, thing number 3, I'm just going to try to like, I don't know. I don't have a thing number 3 yet. I got 2 things. So if you have a thing number 3, let me know. Give me a third thing. I'm trying some new experiments to see. Yes. So if you would like to see more budget financial videos, I've done plenty in the past. I've done my couponing. I've done all those type of videos. But it's kind of usually budget stuff and a mix of candle stuff. So you might see a little bit more budget-y videos. Let me know down below if that's okay with you or not. Are you like, we love you for candles, stick to what you're good at, don't waver off your path of greatness, or we'll hate you. Like, let me know. Just tell me. Like, are you gonna say, just say, hey, you're good at the candle thing, stick with the candle thing, because I'm still gonna be buying candles. They're worked into my budget. Yeah, this was just a blah. Like, I think, like, my ears feel hot. Like, I think the fever is, like, making me a little crazy. So this was probably very fragmented and weird. Probably awkward for everyone. But those are the thoughts that are on my mind, and I look like a hot mess. And it's time for me to get ready for work tomorrow, get some clothes out, take a shower, take some Theraflu, and hit the sack. So, until next time, bye!